Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Here we go, baby. Welcome to Tuesday, the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Yeah, Virginia.
Yeah.
Pizza panties.
Yeah, baby.
Aw, you like pizza panties?
Who doesn't?
Don't look sad.
I'm not sad. I'm actually getting a boner.
Is that a pepperoni in your pocket?
No, it is a Vienna sausage.
Oh.
I just beat her to the small dick jokes because I figured just 8 Mile her ass.
That's the way to do it.
It really is the way to do it.
Because at that point, then she's just, bullying you.
Ripping on a man is ripping on himself.
Right.
You can't do that.
It's just sad.
It becomes
sad.
pathetic.
Everyone feels bad at that point. Yeah, it's a good plan you got there. Good strategy. Got a request here. Jason had sent an email. He said, for the love of everything good in this world, is there any way that Virginia can make a vagina cake for Aunt Ann and then film the reaction?
Oh, Lord. That might be too bold.
You don't want to start that feud because right now you're in the beginning stages of a feud. You don't want this.
I mean, I really don't want to fight with her because I really do like her. It has to have a reason. The vagina cake is a baby shower thing because you put a little baby head coming out of the vagina and then it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna be this in a couple of months.
My birthday's coming up. Do it for my birthday and say this reminds me of Jay Bird. He's such a pussy. She should love it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm all about being vulgar. It just has to make sense.
And you really don't want to mess with Aunt Ann.
No.
Not because you're afraid. You just don't want to even.
No.
That's not your thing.
I don't want to be mean to her because I like her and I think she's awesome on the show.
Right.
I don't want to piss her off. That's for sure.
Kevin's the only one that likes to fight with Ann.
Love it. Just love it.
Wakes up thinking, what can I do?
What can I do today?
to piss off?
Yeah.
I found the audio the other day. Do you remember when she thought you big leagued her at Publix? She swears Kevin was at Publix, looked at her, and then walked the other way.
Yeah.
And that never happened.
That sounds like Kevin, guys. I mean, I got to tell you.
That's so funny, though. Unless that really happened. I don't think that happened.
I can't remember the last time I was in public, so
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. Don't think so.
That's right. You get your meal delivery service now, so you're not really in the store doing the work.
No, and the Queen does the Amazon, like any of the toiletries that we need. We now get those delivered to the house. And
Wow.
I got to tell you, I get it. I get it, man. Is it so much more convenient? I was just thinking about that, like, well, how much time I was wasting running around the store and all
See,
that.
I love going.
Cooking.
I love going grocery shopping.
That's what I was thinking about yesterday because I really do like going to the grocery store.
It's cozy.
And getting ideas because once I'm there, I get inspired by the fruits, the vegetables,
get
the
it.
proteins. Like I only do the exterior now of the grocery store. That's all you can do on quick weight loss. You can only do vegetables, proteins, fruits, nothing in the middle. Just basically nothing.
Denny's was he's kind of like you, I think, when it comes to food. He doesn't love food. He likes it, but he does not like really going to the grocery store. And him and Jen do that service that you're doing where they deliver.
Really?
He loves it.
They don't go in
fantastic.
They don't go to the grocery store anymore.
I guess we're just old school, Jay Bird.
I like getting my fountain drink. I like walking around. I like zoning out, looking at all the cereals.
Yeah, if you like that thing, I mean, for me, I like browsing like a beer aisle. Like, for me, I like looking, I'm like, oh, yeah.
I love that too.
Yeah.
I
So-
like selection and options and choice. And
Yeah, if you're into something like that.
It's nice to have it all spread out in front of you so you can touch it. It's tangible.
Yeah.
I think on the internet, I like to go there to buy gifts.
Right.
If I know what I want to get for somebody, then I go online.
Makes sense. Depends on what your thing is. Like a sporting goods store. Like, I love going into like a big old Dick's sporting goods store and like looking around everything they got. It's kind of fun. You put on catcher's gear and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I get it. That's toy stores for me. I love going to toy stores.
Yeah. So I think people still do kind of like, there's something about, being in the midst of it that you like. Katie from Loxahatchee said, hey, just a quick question. Did the photos that were posted on Instagram have hashtags on them from the story earlier today? Had a woman who has booted her husband out of the house when she found out that he was taking photos for her daughter. He's the stepdad. At the daughter's request. They were, she thought, too provocative, and was she being a little too harsh was kind of the whole thing. He said, look, I'm just trying to help your daughter get a modeling gig, and if that's going to be the case, she at least needs to have like hashtags like modeling, hashtag prospect, stuff like that. So, in my opinion, if they didn't even have those hashtags referencing modeling, then the stepdad really isn't trying to help her model and get modeling offers. He would be out of the house for sure, said Katie. So, there you go. Katie is from Loxahatchee, and she is a redneck.
That's right, because they're all rednecks in the hatch.
Yep. Susan said, I sent a text this morning, but wasn't sure if y'all got it. I wanted to call Jason out for being so cool Friday night at Blue Martini.
Aww.
I never met Jaybird before, and I am quite smitten with him.
Well, let's get into it.
I was wearing a shirt with little white jewels around the neck, and Jason asked me if they were real rubies. I thought he said, are those real boobies?
No, I will not be saying that.
And I grabbed his hand and put them on my boobs and said, they are all real, baby.
Wow, that's bold.
That happened?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
Oh, yeah, okay. Rubies. Yeah. Rubies, I remember.
Rubies.
Blue Martini, right?
It was at Blue, yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ruby. So you had your hand on some titties?
Well, I mean, I think it was great. Like, yeah, I didn't put my hand on titties.
Did you like it?
Yeah, Virginia. I've been tossing off all week. What do you want from me?
I want to get in your love life.
Jaybird laughed and quickly said, no rubies. He was so cool, and I appreciate that. By the way, Jaybird, rubies are red. So
Got ya. Yeah, I
lesson.
do remember now that I'm kind of processing the whole thing.
Okay, got this from Federica about pizza. Said, I wanted to comment about what was said about pizza in Italy. And says here that I was born and raised in, I think in Italy. My whole family is still there. Pizza is my absolute favorite food. I would eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in Italy. Delivery is not as common as here, but we go out to eat pizza all the time. It's a very common thing to do.
Huh.
That's the first thing I do when I visit my family. It's also not true that the sauce is on top of the cheese. This person must have eaten in a really crappy pizzeria. There are good and bad pizzerias, so you might have to try a few places before finding one that's good, but generally speaking, even mediocre pizzerias would not have sauce over the cheese, and mozzarella is standard unless you order a specialty pizza. Also, you probably not see an Italian man wearing a pizza hoodie. There might be some goofy guys, but in the 21 years that I lived there, and the other 20 years that I've traveled to visit my parents and family, I have never seen anyone wearing something along that line. If you see one, he's probably not Italian. Anyway, love you guys. Love the goofiness. I'm all for it. You always put a smile on my face, and you have been helping me get through the past few years, which have been filled with tough moments. Thanks, and keep doing what you're doing.
Cool email. Yeah, a lot of people hit me up about the pizza in Italy saying, yeah, man, the pizza is really good in Italy. I don't know what the fuck those people were talking about. It is delicious. So, yeah, I want to go to Italy and have the pizza.
Do that pilgrimage, yeah. So there you go.
How fun would that be?
That would be an amazing trip. Well, Kevin is going to Israel.
Yeah, I just
in November. I mean, that might be the time you should look to go to Italy.
But I kind of feel, shouldn't we be on a little? Because you're going to be gone for a while.
Yeah.
I think that's just too long to be off the air, don't you guys? Are you being gone like 10 shows?
9 days, I think. Yeah.
9 days. We don't have to take the entire time, but like...
Well, I'm going to go to Italy for 3 days?
I'm going to go to California during
a
that
weekend
time
trip.
for a few days.
Because you bit my head off when I said I was going to Oregon for 2.5 days. Like, you can't fucking do Oregon in 2 days.
Yeah, no, that's not... Yeah, you gotta have more time.
Italy, I got to be there for at least, I think, 4 days. And then 2 times... So a week you need. You need a week to go.
6 days.
6 days, 2 to travel. I don't think we can do it. I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
What do I know?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to think. When else would you do it?
But
Would you do it when me and Kevin are here, and then you go to Italy?
Oh, so I'm going on this Italian pizza adventure by myself? I'm not. No, I think I need to share that moment with a person.
Okay. Maybe we can get a little love going in your life and get a girl to go with you.
Kevin, it sums up my internal feelings and my external feelings. Yeah. Quit worrying about my love life.
I just want you to be happy.
I am. But what makes me happiest the most is when you mind your own fucking business.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. So I just don't know.
You're just going to have a life of sadness.
No, I'm actually very happy. You are kind of a source of my sadness.
Are you seeing anybody?
I'm seeing no one.
All right. Somebody said early last week, on 2 occasions, Virginia and the Candyman Jason Jaybird, Pizza Lee Pennington pronounced the delicious treats Reese's Pieces. That's just wrong. The dude's name is Reese, and
What?
he has pieces of candy. Reese's Pieces. This bothered me way more than it should have. Number 2, the way to escape a bathroom with no toilet paper is to jump into the shower with no pants on. As far as hearing the shower, that would happen because he said that the music was on way too high to hear him scream for assistance.
He's talking about a thing that we talked about.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think
Oh,
it was-
the pooping and the paper.
Yeah, what do you do if you go and you commit and there's no toilet paper and you
Gotcha.
wash your butt in the sink kind of thing?
Mud butt, yeah.
Yeah. Or how do you handle it?
So I do want to go on record because there's been a lot of confusion about this, and it's been bothering me. I am not a big fan of Reese's Pieces. I don't like them. I got them confused with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, and I apologize for the confusion. Fuck Reese's.
Reese's Pieces are made by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
But
It's
I
the
don't.
same company.
But it's different. It tastes different.
I
though.
agree. I'm not a fan of Reese's Pieces, the one that they had in the E.T.
I
movie.
don't like them at all.
We know we're saying it wrong, but we don't care. How about that? We love the cup. We love the tree. We love the pumpkin. We love everything that to do with the peanut butter and the chocolate formation.
Yeah.
But the little small ones, we're not fans
For
of.
some reason, they just taste weird to me. I can't explain.
It's the candy coated shell. It's wax. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Okay.
Do you
Not
kind
good
of
then.
do you know what we're talking about with those? When's the last time you had the actual Reese's Pieces or the Reese?
Yeah, the Reese's Pieces. It's probably been a couple years.
Okay.
And yeah, they're okay. I like them.
Yeah,
I'm right with them.
I don't like them.
But I like that peanut butter M&M
Oh
better.
my gosh.
That thing is great.
Yeah.
That's king. That is now king of the
Yes.
other than the Reese's cup.
Yeah,
Yes.
they like. I like that, and they have a pretzel one too that I thought was pretty good.
Very good.
Yeah. This one said, "Hey, if you like peanut butter and chocolate, then you should try the Dove peanut butter and dark chocolate candies. They're so good. I have a few of them every night while sipping red wine before bed. And they have little sayings on the wrappers, which is fun. Enjoy." That's from Jesse.
Well, I bet that would give you good breath.
It sounds fun.
That sounds like good makeout breath. A little wine and then candy. Oh, I like that.
All right, big fan of that, huh?
That's good.
Okay. Let's see here. Got this email. Says, hey, let me know if you are on or off your diet, Jaybird. I made a cannoli cake, I promise you, but I can't figure out if you're on or off your diet.
I hear you. I can't either.
Okay. I live in Fort Pierce, and I was going to bring it down.
Oh, you don't have to drive from Fort Pierce.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up your diet, though.
A cannoli cake?
I mean, I am intrigued as shit. I'd love to try it, but
The Italian inside of you that wants to pilgrimage to Italy should be excited about
I
a
am.
cannoli cake.
very excited. Mm-hmm. But not. I mean, yeah, that's so far.
A little much, yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Also got an email from Krista. Says, let me start by saying I believe films are art. Talking about The Breakfast Club and the comments that we had yesterday on the podcast. So I would never suggest remaking or censoring these movies. Healthy discussions and debate doesn't hurt anyone. Breakfast at Tiffany's is a classic and one of my favorites. That doesn't mean I can't acknowledge Mickey Rooney's character was pretty racist. Jaber, why does acknowledging the issues in older movies mean you're offended? Having a conversation about sexual assault or racism in film doesn't mean you hate the movie or the people who made it. The fact is these behaviors were once considered amusing, and only recently have we begun to change the conversation. Molly Ringwald is trying to do right as a mother and say, hey, this kind of stuff is not cool. Having a young man shove his face into a person's crotch, harass her, and then win her love at the end does not give young men the right idea about how to get a woman's attention, and it doesn't give women the right idea about how they should be treated. Yes, these movies are just movies, but These particular films target teenagers, and some of them are very easily influenced by the media.
Well, let's just even break it down. Let's talk about literature. There's a lot of literature that teenagers use and read, especially some even from some of their classes that they get. Now, more of your modern day schools may not have some of that literature anymore, but I mean, growing up, some of the things I would read in history class, and some of the things I would read in creative writing, and all other sorts of classes where they had literature that portrayed violence, but it was just that. It was just stories. And I think if you teach people that these are just stories, I think that will help out. I mean, I never watched The Breakfast Club thinking that behavior was good. I never was like, yeah, Judd Nelson did that. I mean, I was raised not to look at, I just knew that things were in a movie. They're different.
Right, and it's inappropriate.
It's inappropriate.
You don't do that in real life.
Just, again, like how Joe Pesci shoots people in Goodfellas. It's inappropriate. It's not real.
Right. Don't take it as such.
Yeah.
That's your comment.
Same thing like a book. Books are... Look at some of the books you've read when you were younger. Am I the only one that read those kind of books at school?
No, you're right.
I mean, riddled with violence and descriptive of terrible things.
Mark sent an email, said, hey, MC Murderface.
I think you know that's you, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm a day behind. I have a 1-year-old and an infant that's 1 month. My wife is currently home on maternity leave. I work 50 to 60 hours a week. My wife works her ass off during the day taking care of the kids. Sometimes I get home and the house is a wreck, laundry isn't done, or food isn't ready. Do I come home and flip my shit? No, I help clean, cook, or take my son to the park to give my wife a break. The guy that called is a whiny bitch. Your food isn't ready when you get home? Oh, boo-hoo. Go to the kitchen and cook your family a meal. How about you take your kid to the park and give your wife a break? This guy needs to get a grip. Marriage and children should be a 50-50 split. Get involved in your kid's life. Let the small stuff go. Just my 2 cents. Hey, Jaybird, go fuck yourself.
That was a topic that was split down the middle. There were some women bitching at the woman, and then there were some that were saying that guy's a dick.
I think there were more people that were kind of like little bitching a little bit.
To the mom,
Yeah,
right?
to the mom, yeah.
I had a lot of comments, people saying, suck it up, buttercup.
Oh, I want her to work a little harder, too, but I want him to help, too. Like,
We don't know he doesn't help, though.
I don't like his attitude where he's just like, I came home and I want to put my feet up and I want to relax. I'm the man. I've worked a long day. Like, no.
I don't think he said any of that. I don't think he ever
He
said.
wanted to put his feet on the ottoman, but he couldn't because there was clothes on it. He did say that. And that, to me, is like a very dicky thing to say.
But did anyone hear the part about her always on social media and not doing like that? That's what I'm saying.
She's wrong about that. But
Yes.
he's wrong about wanting to just come home and put his feet up and not help out.
Yeah, it's because of the social media thing that I think a lot of people were like, oh, and she sounds like she's lazy. It's because of that comment, I think.
And she may be. We didn't talk to her. We didn't hear her side of it. That would have been fair, but no, we didn't hear from her.
We never are fair on this show. We usually get one side, and then everyone makes all of these fucking assumptions. They're, yep, that's the fact.
Because Kevin set it up that way.
Well, I mean, I think it's kind of fun.
Rigging it to be pro-men.
We usually try.
It's like a Mad Lib. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, sometimes people won't even ask the other person if they'll come on, which I don't like. Sometimes we turn down some calls if we're like, okay, well, you can't go very far if you don't get both sides of it. But yeah, I prefer the KVJ court method. I like that a lot better when both people are on and you get to hear both sides of the story.
Definitely.
They get to present their case. So
Yes.
I prefer that. So if you got a gripe with your significant other or somebody, then bring it to KVJ court.
But for
Both
that,
of you.
But
Yeah.
for that, they both have to be comfortable airing their shit out on public airways.
And yeah, it's more of the minority of emails that we get.
Well,
that
it just
are cool
doesn't.
with that.
It's not going to go right for one of them.
Yeah, and some people probably purposely only want one on. Like, I know if I had something going on with the Queen, like, she wouldn't come on a radio show. She wouldn't do it. Like, I'd go on and like say my side, but I don't think she would come on.
You mean if you weren't a host of a radio show,
Yeah.
if you were just someone calling in?
And I
just
were
a
like going,
dude.
hey, yeah. She'd be like, I'm not doing that. Like, I cannot see her being like going, yeah, let's take it onto the show. Yeah, I think she would be very much like, do what you're going to do, but I'm not going on.
Fuck you and that show.
Yeah. I think that'd be kind of be the attitude. So Danielle said, so on the caller with the agreement of the guy working and the wife staying home with the baby, Well, haha, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and to be honest, it's not that difficult. The mom, in my opinion, is just lazy. Bottom line, just pure lazy. I will say I do have my off days, where I just don't want to do squat, and I'm entitled, but I always have dinner ready. It's just how you manage your time. It's really not that hard, even when you have a baby, and I have 2 kids. It can get stressful when babies aren't cooperative, but I also have OCD qualities, and I hate hearing I don't do anything, so I like to prove everyone wrong. To say that I make it happen, I set schedules on what needs to be done, and I give myself something to do every day. I believe if you have an agreement, stick to it, because it's not fair to the husband who has worked all day. Yeah, you work all day if you're doing anything at home, but that's why you help each other out with the babies when you're home together. A baby isn't a job, it's the life you made, and should be happy to take care of him or her. The house should be your job. Love you guys, Danielle. So there you go.
That was, by the way, that was the majority. That was the tone of everything I heard on the side of the dude. Mm-hmm. That right there. That really is, though.
Yeah, but she admitted, she's OCD. She's like high intensity. This chick might be a little on the lazier side, a little more laid back, a little more chill.
My whole thing is let's just take the kid out of the equation. My whole thing is, if you are the person, guy or girl, working all day long, and the other person's not working, and they're just the one that's at the house, and shit's not done, the place is dirty, they're not helping out with food, that's not fucking fair in my opinion.
If there's no kid, sure, I agree with you.
That happens too, though.
But if there's a kid, that's the job. And I'll tell you what, I pick going to work over staying home with a kid any day, because going to work is a lot easier than staying home with a kid all day. Being a stay-at-home mom is way more tough
than going to work.
Absolutely, it is a different skill set.
If
you're like me and you don't have patience, if you're like me and everything has to be perfect, staying at home with a kid is maddening.
Tougher than a coal miner?
I don't know. I've never coal mined. I imagine coal mining would suck balls. So
I'm just asking a question. What is harder? Staying at home with the kid and raising the kid, or being a coal miner where you could die at any point? I think it's a fair question. Because I've heard that before. The toughest job in the world is being a stay-at-home mom.
It's really tough.
Tougher than a coal. I'm just asking a question.
I don't know. I've never coal mined. I think it's different. A part of me would say I'd rather coal mine because an infant is so difficult, and when the sleep deprivation, and when it's awful. It really is awful when your tits hurt from breastfeeding and you're in pain physically and you haven't slept, and it's bad. I pick work any day over staying home with a kid.
Really? Okay.
I did. For Rocco, I was so happy that Panda wanted to stay home because I did not want to. I'm not good at it. It's not how I function and thrive and feel productive. I'm not a good stay-at-home mom.
Tougher coal mining. Okay.
I think I might actually pick. I can't say what's tougher, but for me personally, I might have picked the coal mining.
Okay. Must be a very tough job then.
For me.
I got this email saying, hey, I met this girl on Tinder and I had her over one night. We're both 20 years old. She was an absolutely amazing girl, and later on that night we ended up hooking up. After we ended up talking about our previous sexual partners, and she told me that she had slept with 19 other guys, whereas she had only been my second. We continued to talk, and now we've been together for a while now, and I'm madly in love with her. However, sometimes I just can't stop thinking about that number and her being with all those guys. No way mad at her for it, because it was before we were together. Everything about her and our relationship is amazing. I was just wondering if there's any advice for me to get those images out of my head. And also, if it's bad that I sometimes get jealous that I haven't slept around when I think about it.
This is why, right here, you should never ask what the number is. And if somebody asks you, you should never tell. Your number should be a secret from the person that you're hooking up with. Because if it's too low, they think one way of you. If it's too high, they think another way of you. If it's in the middle, they're like, they haven't really done that much fun stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I'm not one of those people, and it's weird because some girls will. They like to talk about. Some girls will do this. They'll talk about their old boyfriends and what they were into. I don't want to know about your past.
This is drama.
Yeah, I don't.
This makes drama. This makes jealousy. This makes insecurity. Don't talk about those things.
Like, I'm an adult. I get you have a past. I get you've done some things. And if you're on the up and up with me, and we're both talking as humans, and we're into each other, and you're going to be faithful, and everyone's clean, and everything's cool, then I don't care what you did in your past. I really don't.
It's not nothing good is going to come from that knowledge.
But that's just my opinion. Some people you say, "Oh, no one wants to hear a number that's low," and you've said that before on the air, and I've gotten comments about, "Well, that's not true. I wouldn't mind a person that had a low number." They say people who don't want to talk about a number are the people who've had sex with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's sad that his number is 2 because he knows her number is 19.
I think he's okay. His number's 2. He said
the last line in that email was like, "I wish I would have had more."
Only because
I know how much she had.
her number's
because
so
her
high.
number's so big.
That's why they should not know each other's number.
Oh yeah, no,
I agree with you.
Otherwise, he'd be happy.
Yeah, don't never share that. That's one of the testaments of relationships. Don't share your number.
Unless medically you need to share that. And I mean, there's really nothing you'd ever need to share to say an exact number to be.
Yeah,
honest.
you just share if you got the HPV or something.
Well, you don't even have to share that because you could have sex with one person and get HPV. It's the way it goes.
Right. You share if you got a disease. If you're disease free, then
it doesn't even matter really.
At that point, it doesn't matter.
Share details, not numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's details on a need-to-know basis.
And
you don't need to tell anybody if you've hooked up with a whole basketball team. No guy is going to like that.
Well, because I get what he's saying, because I'm speaking of a girl in my head, and she would tell me, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah." She'd tell me almost things she did in her past, and I wouldn't call it jealousy because I don't think I was jealous, but I was bothered by it. So maybe it was jealousy. I didn't want to hear about her stuff from the past with other dudes. I'm not into that. So what would that be? Jealousy?
It's not jealousy so much as TMI.
Yeah.
Too much information that's not appropriate. You don't tell the current guy you're sleeping with about all the other guys you've slept with. It's just not going to work out.
Right.
It's going to get in his head.
Well, I don't even like hearing about all the good, like anything. I don't want to hear about any kind of
good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about your fucking ex-boyfriend.
Leave your past in the past.
Why the shit would I want to hear about that?
Girls have told you way too many details, and you told me some of them, and it's like, whoa.
Well, okay. Can we not? Again, this is stuff I tell you off of the microphone that I don't want on the air.
Anything.
But now people are going to think I tell you things, and I don't, by the way. As of 2016, I don't tell her anything.
Girls spill too much.
Mm-hmm.
In general. No, I'm just kidding. Send Kevin that email.
I got this email, said I'm riding home after going to see one of my homegirls, and I listen to you guys a lot. But this year I have noticed, if no one else has, that Jaybird has been on some type of effing win streak that is beyond a winning streak. One of the things I said to myself this year, I'm going to make this S-bomb happen this year. You ain't losing weight, Jaybird, but you've been kicking ass in these bleeping games. Thank you for being my inspiration. Honestly, buddy, you lose a lot, but I want to tally your wins this year and get a progress report from the KVJ show on who has won and how much Jaybird should be on top. Love, Manfred.
He's definitely upped his game in the no-name movie game.
I have. I think I've got 3 wins this year.
You do.
3 wins, Kevin. We're not even in March.
We're not even in March.
What May? Or what month? What May?
What, May?
Oh, my God. It falls apart so quick.
We were just telling you how great you're doing.
April. Yeah. Wait, what are we talking about?
I remember one year where we got into August and you still hadn't won one time in the no-name movie game.
There was a run where I swear there was 4 years in a row where I think I had 4 wins in 4 years.
What's your secret?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've slowed down and you've figured out you can't be like, "Ugh." When you slow
Really?
down.
People tell me all the time that sometimes they can't even follow what I'm saying.
I think when you try to slow down and purposefully talk like this instead.
I've never talked like that. Have you ever heard me give a clue? Okay, this movie
not at
was
all.
when the wolf jumped on the van and he
In fact,
played
at times I
basketball.
think you're even more unhinged than you ever
Yeah.
were.
What are you talking about?
I feel like you do slow it down.
I feel like I've become like Kevin's more unhinged, and that's why I'm winning.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Well, I'm gonna come real unhinged. Want to be entertained?
I think it's working for you. Yeah, I think it's really working. And this from Ricardo said, hey, I just want to know if there was a follow-up to the dad that had his daughter dating his best friend. I think he got into a fight with the guy, but the daughter decided to stay with him. They also had the wedding of his son coming up, and I wanted to know if the daughter and the dad's friend went together to it. I don't know. Put that on the list. Sending out emails to some people. Waiting to hear back from a couple people, get it all set up. So hopefully coming soon, y'all.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. We'll see how it all goes down. All right. Got through them today. Thank you for all the emails. Mail at kvjshow.com. That's how you get a hold of us here at the KVJ Show. Y'all enjoy your Tuesday. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.